Hello, my name is Francis Lam with Huawei. I am the Director of High Performance Computing Product Management. Today, welcome you to the Huawei booth. We are very happy to be present in the supercomputing conference here, showcasing a broad range of our world-class HPC hardware platform and computing solutions. High-performance computing is going through a lot of changes. On one hand, HPC users try to build ever bigger and exascale type of systems. On the other hand, there are new type of applications and new type of tools are being used to solve HPC problems, such as big data, artificial intelligence, cloud computing technology. So there is a lot of change going on. The theme of Huawei's exhibition here is boundless computing. Facing all these changes, we need to revisit some of the fundamental assumptions of HPC, how we look at the compute hardware platform, the CPU, distribute the compute capability across a broader range of components within the system design. On the other hand, we also want to revisit what a server box looks like. We want to go beyond the boundary of these boxes and be able to build a more flexible and more dynamically allocated resource type of architecture. We would also like to be able to deploy massive amount of computing capability, not only in the data center, in your compute room, but also distributed throughout the environment, closer to where the actions are, where the sensors, where the video streamings are coming from, and be able to deploy massive amount of compute capacity in the distributed environment. So with that in mind, we are bringing and designing a broad range of new technology. To begin with, we are upgrading all of our HPC systems to V5 generation, where we have a broad range of rack mount server form factor, blades, and high density rack mount servers. Depending on the type of application, the data center power and cooling limitation, as well as the scale, you can select the right platform to deploy your applications on. The most important product is our E9000 high performance blade systems. It is designed with a slightly different form factor, enable us to build compute modules that is more capable with more flexibility within them, allowing you to look at the application workload characteristics and select the optimum component from it. We also introduced another new platform in our latest V5 generations, our FusionServer 2488 V5, which is a 2 rack unit tall, 4-socket, high-performance compute engine in the new Intel Xeon scalable processor family that allow you to scale from 1 to 4 processor at the same cost per CPU, which make a 4-socket high-performance computing node a lot more attractive from a performance per dollar perspective. So Huawei bring the new 2488 rack mount server, as well as our CH242 high-performance blade, which is also 4-socket, that complement our higher density 2-socket compute node, enable our customer to deploy their HPC workload using either 2-socket compute node or the latest 4-socket compute node for better performance per dollar. Another new platform that we are adding to our V5 generations is our G5500, our G-series heterogeneous server platform. As we move on to new class of applications such as deep learning, artificial intelligence, and other type of HPC workload that require hardware acceleration, the G-series heterogeneous server became a very important part of our portfolio and enable you to deploy a high power, high density hardware accelerator technology such as GPU, FPGA, and potentially other purpose-built neural processor and other type of custom processing accelerator. So with the G-series heterogeneous server as our foundation, we are also going to introduce sometimes next year a new software technology called Atlas, which enable us to allocate some of this hardware accelerator resources, such as GPU, FPGA, and other form of hardware accelerator, and dynamically allocate those hardware accelerator resources to your generic HPC cluster. The last solution I would like to introduce to you is our direct liquid cooling technology. We have been shipping it for a couple of years now. It is a special purpose optimized design built around our E9000 blade platform. It offers direct liquid cooling, where we bring the coolant directly onto the heatsink and cold plates that cover the memory and the VRM, effectively handling over 85% of the payload heat dissipation from the HPC systems, deliver the maximum energy efficiency. If designed correctly in the right environment, you could potentially illuminate the chiller in your data center and significantly reduce the power consumption of your cooling mechanism. Thank you all for stopping by our booth and spending time and understand our broad range of world-class HPC solutions. And next year, hope to see you all in Supercomputing Conference 2018 in Dallas, Texas. Thank you.